let's check out the papers, not here in Nigeria alone, but we will also see what other papers across other climes are reporting. We begin with Blueprint here in Nigeria. The big story there is on the mixed reactions trailing the Tinubu Shettima presidential ticket. That's in the Blueprint. The Punch is also on the joint Tinubu Shettima ticket, and it's reported that President Buhari doused governors' anger who visited him in Daura. That's in the Punch. Let's see the leadership next. APC defense choice of Shettima as Tinubu's running mate. That's for the leadership. And still the same twist in the nation. Shettima's choice excites President Buhari and APC governors, with Bagudu and El Rufai, as well as another governor, Fayemi, and others saying we're okay with Tinubu's decision. That's on the nation. But it's a different twist and slant for First News, saying presidency tough, I'm eager to go. Buhari laments. That's on First News. To this Nigeria is a hint of what we earlier reported, talking about updates on the Kuje jailbreak. Police NDLEA nab more fleeing inmates on this Nigeria. Well, experts are worried in Daily Trust. That's the big story there, as Nigeria becomes 6th most populous country. Population now 216 million to hit 375 million by the year 2050. 2050, that's according to United Nations report. But Saudi Gazette, now outside the shores of Nigeria, now in Saudi Arabia, Hajj comes to a close as pilgrims complete the Al-Adha rituals. Saudi Gazette there. Financial Times in the UK, lowest global population growth since 1950, raises economy fears. Financial Times. And in The Guardian, also in the UK, the Uber whistleblower saying, I'm exposing a system that sold people a lie. We understand that the man who was once a staff of Uber has now come out to reveal his identity after leaking thousands of files about Uber's controversial operations. Well, that's for The Guardian now. So let's come to talk about some of these big stories now. Here in Nigeria, we've hinted, we brought an earlier report about a visit by a group of governors of the APC going on to visit President Muhammadu Buhari at his Daura hometown in Katsina State. Two topical issues came up among the takeaways there. First, President Buhari saying he's eager to go, but still saying he hopes to make more impact in the next few months left of his administration. He still gave himself some kudos, saying they have been able to make some achievements in the state of insecurity. But then, of course, it's no news that there is still a long walk now to ensuring that everywhere is safe in Nigeria.
Yes, but I'm really interested in the meeting yesterday between the governors and the president over the presidential
okay, the Tinubu Shettima emergence.
Yes. Because it is the first time the governors will come together and say, okay, we endorse this candidacy. There was a report that some of them were surprised by the peak. I wonder why that would be, because there have been a lot of consultations. But it shows that to make a peak like this, in the final analysis, you have to come together and say, this is the way forward, because you cannot keep dilly-dallying over a matter of such
and there's crucial work ahead.
Significance and so on. So I think eventually he exercised the courage of his own privilege as the party candidate, and is rallying the people around. I remember Nixon saying that in his memoir, he said, the decision of a leader is to make tough decisions and to carry his associates with him along those decisions. I think that is how it has gone, and why the parties, why the governors are rallying together. And we see now that there are a number of clerics that are still making a lot of noise about it. And there's this also issue of the CAN president, the CAN chairman of Borno. There's back and forth as to what he said
and what he didn't,
and what he didn't say. But what cannot be rubbished was what he said when Shettima was in office in 2017. And so I think I will urge him to read his Bible very well, which says, let your yea be yea and your nay, nay.
Because last night we understand that there was some form of retraction
or pressure on him. Yes, I mean to withdraw what he said. But what Shettima did is what he did. You know, you should go to the scriptures. Jesus said, Paul said, we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. And Jesus said, if you continue in my words, then are ye my disciples indeed, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. If the Son therefore shall make you free,
you're free indeed. Well, it's good. It's good that one really put things in perspective, especially in times as of this, a crucial period in our nationhood, that there's a lot of information being circulated. But yes, indeed, one cannot take away history. So what people are reading, you know, history is it. So it's now left for you to go back and know who you rely on or what you're relying on for the right.
Many of them are supposed to understand that this is the person who Shettima is. This is the way he performed with Christians when in office, so that there's a tendency to want to play it down because they want to say he's a Muslim. But they forget that he's a human being first before he's a Muslim. And it shows that he's a human being first and he's a Nigerian first before he's a Muslim. And that was how he performed. Rebuilding many churches. Rebuilding many churches. Creating IDPs for the Christians and mixing them together with the Muslims. The Christians were saying, okay, let us just stay away. We don't know how they will receive us, and so on. Making sure they were always fed and they were always sheltered. And it took all the pastors from 2011 to 2016 to 17 or so. All of them were going for pilgrimages. I don't know which Christian pastor, Christian governor, did as much for Christians in their state as Shettima did, a Muslim did for Christians.
Right. So the controversies, you know, are there. Of course, we've seen how the papers, you know, leaned on this developing story. But you know, even listening, you know, if we take it back to Asiwaju Tinubu's statement on Sunday, he said, of course, the decision to pick Senator Shettima wasn't one he took lightly. There were, as we all know, wide consultations across board, and of course he says he's mindful of, you know, the concerns from here and there, even from Muslims who have also, some have expressed concerns. But you know, yes, we should also talk about Senator Shehu Sani, who's also said that people associating Senator Shettima with you know, terrorism, with fueling Boko Haram insurgency, also need to get their facts right, because he has also said, relating with him, working with him, and what he knows about him, these are baseless accusations.
Yes, I think I'd mentioned that yesterday, and I'd mentioned the fact that, look, these were all speculations and rumors. It's not been proven just yet in any court of law. And for someone who, according to the testimony we shared yesterday, even though the CAN chairman, we don't know what possibly could be happening, what kind of pressure he could have been receiving, especially from the national body.
No, we also heard there's a news report too. There was pressure from the PDP.
All right, so we don't know what would have possibly played out, but we had heard these rumors, and look, as I mentioned yesterday, this issue of ethnicity and religion, we have never been this divided, and no thanks to our politicians who have again tried to make sure that over the years we have been divided across religious and ethnic lines. This is not the Nigeria that some of us had to read about. I wouldn't say I met that kind of Nigeria, but this is not the Nigeria that some of us read about. I served in Niger State. I mean, it may not be called North, but I've been to Borno State as well. On 2 occasions, I visited Borno State, and I saw how my uncle, who was there, lived with Muslims. There was nothing about, oh, you're a Christian or you're a Muslim. He related with the Muslims as if they were brothers from the south as well. So this is not the Nigeria that some of us got to hear about. I wish that we can go back to what we used to be.
Yes.
I'm also wondering, when MK Abiola and Babagana Kingibe were elected
in 1999,
did they receive this kind of criticism?
There were lots of criticisms
at that time,
from within some. I mean,
as compared to now.
Yes, I remember that. I remember that there was a lot of criticism that time.
But Nigerians
when they picked Kingibe, they said, no, you cannot have a Muslim. At that time, you had Sango Kataf. There were some
in Kaduna State.
In Kaduna State, there were some tiffs in the north between Christians and Muslims. There was tension. There was palpable tension, and some people were saying it was no. But Abiola and Kingibe stuck to the ticket, and after some firestorms, everything cooled down. I mean, people started to look at the human beings.
Yes.
And what is interesting to me here among these southern clerics who are making a lot of noise is that when the PDP picked a northerner as presidential candidate, they didn't make this much noise.
Chairman
from the north didn't make such noise about this. It's an act of great pious hypocrisy on the part of many of these clerics who have no sense of their own scripture, that you're supposed to live together with the neighbor and make peace. The Bible says, follow peace with all men. It didn't say follow peace only Christians. It said, follow peace with all men and holiness, without which no man can see the Lord.
Well, for me, it just kind of gives one a sense of how present-day Nigeria has been divided along religious, tribal lines. How much good that has fetched us over the years. Maybe we would need to go deeper go further, take a few steps backwards now to check out our history as a nation. Back then, earlier on, we talked about 93, but even earlier on, we understand that we've had a Christian experience. Christian, was a governor, was it not Awolowo, the Umadi ticket? I think Bola Ige too, and his deputy also of same faith, same faith too. So, and like has been said too, we've seen our politicians stoking these religious lines, because come to think of it, this is really not us. Even in our families, especially those of us down south, we have, a blend of, Christian, Muslims. We've always been like, they've talked about, they're asking for balance now. There's a clamor for religious balance and respect for all major religions and all that. But how politicians have previously used these religious divides now for their own advantage, and then so I think all these things we really need to
yes,
to
explore. I was just going to touch
dialogue and understanding.
Maybe away from politics, Mr. President. I'm not sure the report was captured right, lamenting that he cannot wait to leave office. I'm not sure what exactly that is. And then to add to the fact that
he did say he was eager. Well, according to Garba Shehu, he went on. Of course, he talked about ASU strike, but then he did say
Nigerians will be surprised why Mr.
President
will be saying that at this time, because he had always wanted to be president again. So he has tested it. And then, of course, he also commented on the issue of the ASU strike, which is very important.
But also very interesting. But also very interesting, because this will have to be a give and take situation. All eyes on ASU, understandably, and now they seem to be the bad guys there who are whipping
position.
up, these stands.
It may look as if the president does not understand the issues, but he was saying, look, we can negotiate these issues while you're in the classroom. Take a look at the psychological effect on the parents, on the students who have been away from the learning environment for 5 months.
All right. And he's talking about developmental or generational implications.
Consequences.
Okay.